Well, hi everyone. I'm John Retlin with a retro review of WCW Thunder from August 9th, 2000. One of the worst Thunder episodes in its short history, which covers a lot of ground because this is only a few months after David Arquette had won the World Championship, which he didn't want to do, did great things with the payoffs, and he is a great wrestling fan and really an overall nice guy. So credit to him for doing the right thing with his fame. But still, there was a worse tag match on this show. That is saying something. So, the go-home show for New Blood Rising. If only that pay-per-view had been any good, but nope. Judy Bagwell on a forklift and a whole bunch of overbooked nonsense. Which is what we got here. Chronic talks about people having death wishes and says, hey, we'll put the tag titles on the line tonight. Jindrak and O'Hare and the Perfect Event show up. But oh no, it's not a triple threat match. Nope, it's a 4-on-2 match. And Chronic still wins it. Chronic still wins it, even though Clark kind of landed badly on a bit of a botched Hurricanrana, which was kind of rough. And we get infighting between the two heel teams, which I guess Chronic is the de facto babyface team at this point. And yeah, high time for 3. Cool. All right, Chronic wins. And then Muta and Vampiro show up. Then Hoovy comes down and steals the tag titles again because we didn't get enough of that bullshit on Nitro. And then commentary kills time. Ernest Miller says to Mike Awesome, oh, you want a match against Lance Storm? Have a flag match. And take your woman out of here, Heidi. You know, because he's the fat chick thriller. That gimmick was terrible. You can love who you want to love as long as you're consenting adults. But this gimmick did nothing for nobody. It was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. I mean, I'm just rolling my eyes so much at that goddamn gimmick. Because Mike Awesome, one of the best and most talented big men of that time, it's just a shit. No company knew what to do with him. Even ECW, well, ECW actually did pretty good with him, and Japan did pretty good with him. But just fucking hell. We get the Young Dragon showing up, and then he does a triple slap like a Three Stooges routine and tosses him out. Crowbar tries to tell Daphne that he likes her, but nope, he doesn't have the guts, and then has a match against Elix Skipper. Daphne is screaming at ringside, "Am I smooth?" Who I just found out, by the way, was Ice Train. And I totally forgot about that. No wonder I didn't recognize him because I never committed Ice Train's image to memory because he wasn't very good. When, you know, you drag Scott Norton down to your level, like, which isn't a very good level, I tend to forget about somebody like that. But he was there. He brought some flowers to Daphne, and she didn't know what the hell was going on. She hit Skipper with the flowers. It was sloppy in overdrive 1, 2, 3. So Skipper wins. And then Jarrett is hitting people with guitars backstage because he's upset that Booker T is not there. Booker T's featured on the program in a pre-match or pre-tape promo, interview, but it just fucking hell. He lays out Jimmy Hart with the guitar, and then Kanyon wants a tag match with Buff and Mean Gene, and Kanyon has mystery partner. Oh boy, Tank and 3 Count sing and dance. If you want to call what Tank does singing and dancing, guy's got a load of hand grenade in his goddamn hand, but still. He was made to do a comedy goof, and I don't get it. 3 Count and Tank Abbott against MIA. We've got a ladder in here, just for whatever reason. And then, just fucking goddamn it, motherfucking hell. Hancock comes down. She tries to interfere, do a run-in, and then we get a splash off the ladder from, I believe, Moore and Helms, that is, and pins Lash LaRue, and it's about 3 minutes. Like, literally, that's how the introductions lasted longer than the goddamn match. I don't think any match on the show lasted past 4.5 minutes. Which you don't need to make your TV matches 20 minutes. But with 9 matches on a show, if you can't even make one of those 10 minutes, why do you even have the matches? Just cut 2 matches. Have them just do brawls or something like that. Make your matches a little bit longer, otherwise they're pointless. And Major Guns is backstage, says she wants a mixed table match. It's going to be her and Sergeant AWOL against David Flair and Miss Hancock, and I want to hate myself. But nope, I have to hate myself a little bit later because Vampiro throws a trash can at Ernest Miller's door, beats up the Young Dragons, and then he says, hey, I'm going to get a mystery partner. Mystery Partner Theater tonight. That might be a good title. And basically says, well, hey, I'm going to take out you and Muta. And then we get a video package. But Nash, Scott Steiner. Be interesting if it was Scott Hall and Goldberg, and it's a triple threat. What's going to happen in this crazy thing in New Blood Rising. And then we get above average Mike Sanders versus Norman Smiley in a hardcore match. Smiley says he's done with hardcore matches. Above average Mike Sanders says that he's a C+, because he's above average. He wasn't a bad worker, but just he was brought along and not really utilized all that well after WCW. I don't know where the fuck. I think he was in the early parts of NWA TNA. But anyway, yep, starts backstage. We get a stretcher spot. We get a trap suplex into the table. Meanwhile, Jarrett's arguing with some guy backstage. Hits him with a guitar. Then Norman Smiley gets hit with a guitar. Sanders tries to pin him backstage. But no, you have to pin somebody in the ring. So you have to go backstage to start the match in a hardcore match where falls should count anywhere. But then it has to end in the ring. Yeah, Russo. Fucking Russo. And then, gets back to the ring. Norman wins, by the way. Norman somehow wins this. So there's your above average Mike Sanders getting beat by Norman. And I love Norman Smiley, but this is shit. And then Storm talks about Mike Awesome and plays the Canadian national anthem. And then we get Awesome versus Storm in a flag match. And then Heidi's also out there, the former Rhonda Singh. And then she grabs the American flag, limply hits Mike Awesome with the flag, screwing him over. And then she gets Canadian flag and rips out shirt. Canadian and proud of it. Why did this match even happen? And then Kidman talks about going to get Reno's girlfriend, the redhead that he hit on Siren, I believe. When he had the Viagra, he took all the Viagra and took the three girls, the three Nitro girls out on, for a night on the town. For a night on the town, that is, to feel his shooting star press, his BK bomb, if you will. And kisses her, and then Tigress comes down to do commentary for this next match, which is AWOL and Guns versus David Flair and Hancock mixed table match. And I don't know why this was happening. It was absolute dog shit. Guns goes through a table kind of limply, which is fair. She's not really designed to take bumps. She's not a trained wrestler. And so they win, Flair and Hancock win, but then the former Wall grabs David Flair and puts him through a table, which is the best use for David Flair. Now we get Reno versus Kidman. It was fine. I don't know why Reno's pants were falling down. He should have invested in a bigger belt and a better belt. And yeah, roll the dice. He hits that, but then Siren comes down to distract. And then it looks like Kidman's going to get the clean win. Well, at least get win, via, using a chair and everything, which is clean in Russo's world. But then Tori and Shane show up and we get a DQ finish. Apparently we're done with the lax DQ rules. And they get beaten down, and then Vito comes down to a pretty big pop, actually. Vito got a lot of cheers, and he made the save. Not a moment too late, either. And then we get the artist dressed up like Raven for some reason. He tries to go find Paisley, and she's basically almost on Kwee-Wee's lap while he's getting a massage. And he beats up Kwee-Wee. You wouldn't like it when he's angry, and oh god, why is this happening? Why is this? Jarrett then hits Dave Penzer with a guitar. Whatever, at this point. He broke 6,000 guitars, never drew a dime. One of the few good interview pieces that Mike Graham ever did. And Booker T interview, he talks about winning the world title, rising up in the wrestling world, all that typical stuff, but good from Booker. We think about Bagwell and Mean Gene versus Canyon and Mark Madden, and right here is an example of why Thunder was a completely unnecessary show. Also, as much as I don't like Mark Madden, putting him in the ring was such a bad idea. Even for comedy, it was a bad idea. Putting Mean Gene in there in 85, 86, or whatever it was when he teamed with Hogan was a bad idea, but it was done for comedy. This was fucking dog shit. Buff and Canyon doing this stuff or just having a brawl would have been a lot better. The commentary just shreds Madden. I mean, absolutely just lays into him and everything, which is fair, because Madden was an idiot. And Judy Bagwell's also there. Buff Blockbuster hit to Madden, but Mean Gene tops 1, 2, 3. So Mean Gene gets a victory on WCW Thunder Television. And then Stevie Ray runs off Canyon, who is choking Mean Gene in the corner. And I hate this show. As I mentioned, I hate this show. Miller and Sting versus Vampiro and Muta. 5 minutes, the Demon shows up. We get the miss to Sting, but Miller pins Vampiro after that spin kick. And then we get a bit of a brawl and everything. The Demon shows up, and we get a 3-on-2 beatdown to close the show. That's the go-home show for New Blood Rising. It was absolute shit. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.